Back to the channel. Today we are going to do important questions and extracts of the poem The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman for class 11th. We'll also be doing the explanation of important expressions along with the central idea and a bonus question. Let's get started. But before that, for complete line by line explanation, theme and literary devices, watch this video. The link is in the description box. Now first, the central idea. The poet wants to convey that rain is eternal and symbolizes life, growth, and rejuvenation. It originates from land and sea, transforms into clouds, and again returns to its place of origin as precipitation. This never ending cycle sustains life on earth. In the same way, poetry travels from its source and returns with love after inspiring and nourishing the human soul. Through the poem, the poet highlights the importance of nature and art in human life. So this is the central idea of the poem, and you will find that all the answers, they are based on the central idea. So rain is describing its journey, it is rejuvenating earth, it symbolizes life and growth, and it returns back to its place of origin and sustains life there. And the poet finds a parallel in the life cycle of rain and poetry. So poet says that poetry travels from its source, अपने source से travel करती है, audience तक पहुंचती है, and then returns with love after inspiring the human soul. So both art and nature, they are important for human life. Now let's get started. First question, why does the rain call itself eternal? The cyclic journey of rain makes it eternal. It originates from land and sea, rises up as vapors, changes its form to clouds, and comes down to earth from where it has originated. So ये cycle complete हो गया. And this cycle goes on forever, day and night, and therefore it is eternal. Eternal means never ending. Now, what two things does the rain do to the place of her own origin? So, place of her own origin क्या है? Land and sea. और इसे यहाँ पे rain life sustain करती है. So, rain sustains life on earth. It cleans the surroundings and makes it pure and beautifies it. So, sustaining life and cleaning the surroundings. Two things that rain does to the place of her own origin. Next, why does the poet get surprised when he gets an answer from the rain? The poet is fascinated by rain and asks a question from it. Knowing that rain is an inanimate thing, he does not expect an answer from it. So poet एक question पूछता है, rain से fascinate हुआ, वह enjoy कर रहा है, and he asks the question, but the poet is not expecting an answer. पर एकदम से जब answer आ जाता है, so the poet is surprised. But when rain gives a reply, he is surprised, and then he translates that answer for the readers. Now, what answer does the rain give to the poet? Rain describes its eternal journey to the poet. It explains how it rises from land and sea to form clouds. It then descends to give life to its own origin and makes it pure and beautiful. So again, it's a repetition. But in this way, you'll be able to understand these answers. Now, why does the rain call itself impalpable? Now, rain originates from land and sea in the form of vapors, which cannot be seen or touched. That is why rain called itself impalpable. Next one, how does the rain benefit the earth, or what does the rain do to the earth? Again, a repetition. So rain gives life on earth. It nourishes seeds, makes earth pure and beautifies it. It quenches the thirst of dry and parched land. Seventh, the poet translates what rain has spoken to him. Why? So why does the poet does that? Rain is an inanimate thing. It cannot speak. The poet asks a question from the rain, which to his surprise answers him back. So the answer of the rain is understood by the poet only, so he translates it for the benefit of the readers. So poet जो है उसे rain का answer आता है. So nature का जो answer है वो sensitive people only they can understand. So here that is why the poet translates it for the benefit of the readers. Eighth one, what is the hidden message in wrecked or unwrecked? Wrecked का मतलब है cared for, unwrecked का मतलब है not cared for. Now rain is a blessing for earth. It is eternal. It continues with its cycle forever, day and night. It doesn't seek any acknowledgement from anyone. So rain नहीं सोचती है कि whether जो लोग हैं वो मुझे acknowledge कर रहे हैं, वो उनको अच्छा लग रहा है या नहीं लग रहा है. So whether someone likes it or not, it refreshes and nurtures life on earth. It continues forever. So similarly, a poet or a singer reaches out to the masses with his creation whether it is liked or not. So poet और singer जो है, जो creative people हैं, so they keep on doing their work and their art reaches people, reaches out to the masses. It returns with love to them, whether everyone has liked it or not. So that is not the concern. So they continue to do their work as rain continues to do its work. So the poet here conveys. So hidden message क्या है? He conveys the message of performing one's task or duty for the larger benefit of humanity without caring about appreciation. Ninth one, describe the never-ending cycle of rain. The eternal cycle of rain originates from land and sea as water evaporates and rises up to transform into clouds. It then falls back as rain to the place of its own origin. Falling back, it quenches the thirst of the parched land, gives life to the unborn seeds, and replenishes the earth. Thus, the never-ending life cycle of rain sustains life on earth. Now, 10th one. How does rain describe itself in the poem? Rain calls itself the poem of earth. It describes itself as never-ending. It originates from land and sea and returns to its place of origin to complete the eternal cycle. It mentions how it gives life to the unborn seeds and purifies the earth. So rain ये सब कुछ अपने बारे में describe करती है. 11th question is, why are the last two lines put within brackets? So this is important. The last two lines are put within brackets because those two lines are not spoken by the rain. So जो rain है वो शुरू से last two lines को छोड़ के rain जो है वो अपना आंसर अपने आप को डिस्क्राइब कर रही है पोइट को. बट जो लास्ट टू लाइन्स है वो रेन की नहीं है. दैट इज वाई वो डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए पोइट ने वो लाइन्स जो है वो ब्रैकेट्स में लिखी हैं. सो दीज लाइन्स आर द थॉट्स ऑफ द पोइट. As he listens to the answer of the rain, a parallel between rain and poetry comes to his mind. So rain अपना आंसर सुना रही है and poet is listening. So उसका आंसर सुनते सुनते पोएट के दिमाग में वो पैरेलल क्रिएट हो जाता है. पोएट फील्स दैट yes, music and poetry, that is also similar to the life cycle of rain. So to differentiate his thoughts from the answer of the rain, he writes the last two lines within brackets. Now, the important expressions. Strange to tell. Now, against the poet's expectations and to his amazement, the rain replies to the poet's query. So this is something unusual for the poet. Therefore, he feels it strange to tell. So क्योंकि एक unusual चीज है, एक inanimate object, उससे answer आना. So therefore, poet writes that it is strange to tell. Altogether changed and yet the same. Now, although rain changes its form from vapors to clouds, it is still water. So therefore, the poet uses the expression altogether changed yet the same. Then as I descend to lave the drought Tommy's dust. So here rain is describing its purpose. It falls on earth to wash away dust, minute particles, and quenches the thirst of dry and parched land. Fourth one, soft falling shower. Now, soft falling shower यहाँ पे क्या characterize कर रहा है? Characterizes the soft melodious pitter patter of rain. एक harsh sound नहीं है, no jarring noise, and heavy rainfall नहीं हो रही. So it's drizzling, soft falling shower. Fifth one, without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. So the line describes the life-sustaining properties of rain. It says that without it, the seeds will not sprout. They'll remain hidden, latent, and unborn inside the earth. Sixth one, wrecked or unwrecked. So already it's been explained. It means cared for or uncared for. So rain and poetry continue to nourish and inspire in their capacity, whether they are noticed or unnoticed. So iski parwah kiye bagair, they continue with their duty. Next one, I give life to my own origin. Rain returns to its place of origin, जो कि है land and sea, with a benevolent heart, giving life to unborn seeds, quenching the thirst of the fields and cleansing surroundings. Eighth one, eternal I rise impalpable. Rain originates from land and sea in the form of vapors, which rise up to the sky that cannot be seen or touched. Thus, rain calls itself impalpable. Now, after fulfillment. Now, after achieving its desired goal, after providing gratification to the listeners, it returns. So, fulfillment here is gratification, contentment, a feeling of accomplishment that yes, I have done my purpose, I have achieved my goal. So, rain का goal या purpose क्या है? Benefiting the earth. और song या poetry उसका है inspiring listeners. So once that is achieved, there's a feeling of fulfillment, there's a feeling of accomplishment. Now the bonus question. Why has the rain compared itself to a poem? Or justify the claim of the rain when it calls itself the poem of earth. So क्या rain वाकई ही poem of earth है? Now rain calls itself the poem of earth. Just as poetry, with its music, rhythm, and rhyme, soothes and rejuvenates human soul, the rhythmic and musical pitter-patter of the rain refreshes and purifies the earth. So poetry और music जो है वो soothe करता है human soul को, उसी तरह जो earth है, earth जो है उसका music क्या है? Rain. So the rhythmic and musical pitter-patter of the rain refreshes and beautifies the earth. So nature में म्यूजिक जो है वो रेन से आया. So music and poetry, they do the same for human beings what rain does for earth. Thus the claim of the rain is justified. So it is a blessing for the dry and parched earth, just as a song or a poem is a blessing and an inspiration for a de-spirited soul. So जैसे जो rain है वो nurture करती है nature को, earth को, it rejuvenates it. So similarly, जो song या फिर poem है, it is a blessing for and an inspiration for a de-spirited soul, एक बुझी हुई soul के लिए. So therefore, the claim of rain is justified. Now the extracts. The first one, we have 5 questions from here. Explain strange to tell, then why does rain call itself the poem of earth? How does the rain take birth? Then find the word in the stanza which means a thing that cannot be touched and name the literary device used in Bottomless Sea. Now the answers. So first 2 answers, they are in the questions itself, so you can have a look at the questions again. Third one is, how does the rain take birth? It is a repetition, but still. The rain originates from land and sea in the form of vapors that are unseen, which rise to form clouds. Rain then falls back, it returns to the place of its origin as precipitation. Fourth is, find the word in the stanza which means a thing that cannot be touched. So it is impalpable, and the literary device used in Bottomless Sea is hyperbole. Next stanza now. 7 questions from here, so I'll take the answers. First one, what does the rain mean by and forever by day and night? So it means that the eternal cycle of rain, never ending cycle of rain. Sorry, here it should be rain and not earth. Then a second is, which word from the extract points at the perpetual nature of rain? So it is forever, never ending. In the extract, the word it is used for earth. Fourth one now. What is the meaning of issuing in the above extract? So issuing means originating. What is the birthplace of a song? So the birthplace of a song is its singer. Sixth one, where does the song return? The song returns to its originator with love. And who is the originator? The singer. Find the word from the extract which means contentment. So it is fulfillment. Now in case here it is poetry, so it will be poet. So accordingly you can change your answer. So the word that means contentment is fulfillment. So that's all for today. So I hope that all the questions are discussed and you will be able to revise for your exams. So do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and join me, follow me on Instagram so that you are updated with the latest updates. So bye for now and happy watching.